to what extent does map selection have to do with scoreline? I feel like it gives you the leeway of like 3, maybe 2 rounds. 10-2 up, Darius. Right now, Fnatic are on fire, and for 100 Thieves, it feels like they've ended up getting stuck in a rut, which they're struggling to get out of now.
Well, you did mention map pick and whether or not it has any sort of effect on both teams' performance. And in the case of Fnatic, you can really see it's not just a map pick, but it's also a combination of just who they're playing against. Not only do they know this map, like the back of their hand, but they also know how 100 Thieves likes to approach. And that's why we've been able to see the types of reads, the types of reactions, the type of strategies and patience that we've been seeing from Fnatic for the first half.
You're right, and I want to highlight Enzo as well. Currently 1 kill. Like this is the pacifist run right now.
Sure.
Pacifist run to Champions playoffs.
But that's
And-
not to discredit anything that Enzo's been doing. We did see
No,
the
because
early
exactly,
Viper smokes
it's-
just to really win that
He's a
round
Viper.
off that smoke
He
specifically.
doesn't have to go huge.
Exactly, and that's the great thing about Fnatic that we've been really seeing. They're really
Yeah.
using everyone's abilities to the best extent, which is something that we haven't seen from 100 Thieves at all in this round. As we're seeing a little bit of like a hide and seek game being played in hookah, Fnatic hiding behind
a
that
Viper's
Viper,
wall.
that Enzo wall that we've been really talking about. Again, Enzo's really showing his usage without even getting kills, really, with Durka and Alfeir really, pulling their weight as the main killers.
Yeah, I also want to highlight the fact that it feels like for 100 Thieves, they just got timed out. Like,
Yeah.
time's a great teacher. Unfortunately, it kills all its students. And for 100 Thieves, now you've got to force fight. You have no other choice. It's
Sure.
either hit map points just like 14 rounds in, or you have to force. Stinger's out, there's a single Spectre in the mix. This is not what you want when you're 11-2 down. And for 100 Thieves, it's a feckless, flatulent attempt at a default. But for Fnatic, they've just got so much control. They're not as far back as how 100 Thieves are playing. They're still fighting for hookah. They're still showing presence on long. And for the members of 100 Thieves, because they are spread out in this default, they can't make a concerted attack to try and shut down one of these kind of renegades who are trying to shut them down.
Yeah, and it's kind of a testament to two different playstyles. This entire game, we've seen Fnatic really
Yeah.
be huddled up together, looking for those you go, I go type trades, while, like you mentioned, 100 Thieves has really been spread out. And that could be, at first, like a testament to being the difference of offense and defense, but it just kind of seems that way just to get go with the way that the game's been playing. But as we do see, now that I mentioned it, the 100 Thieves is really grouped up, going down a short, a maze of walls going through, and they're trying to get that flash out in order to make some space. No real confrontation yet. We're really going to see it as Alfeir is able to get the lurk pick on Derek. Derek's not necessarily having the best game, but we're really getting these pickoffs, these people really going away from their group, so they're unable to be traded. As Alfeir gets another kill with his lurk on Bang, which really pushes the rest of 100 Thieves into U-Haul. The one lurker again gets picked off for 100 Thieves with Dirk on the headshot kill, and now it's the cleanup crew in U-Haul. We get both of the kills finished, going into 212 booster with the defuse. Again, it seems to be Kremer, the change of playstyle where they try to be grouped up together the same way Fnatic has been all game, and the second they try and stray away from each other, Fnatic is right there to capitalize.
That's true. I mean, look, 100 Thieves, at least they got to the site, at least they're getting spikes down. But like, look at it this way, Darius. Is it progress if a cannibal's using a knife and fork? Like, let's be honest here. This is a butchery of bind,
Sure.
and for 100 Thieves, I think this needs to go into their ban pool. I really think it does. And for Fnatic, remember, this is an elimination match.
Yeah.
Like, to go into your elimination match, 12-2 up on your opening game, 100 Thieves need to have the best timeouts and or the best break between matches in Valorant to be able to untilt, reset, and go into Ascent like a new team. Because frankly, it has to be a new team.
Yeah, and unfortunately, it just doesn't seem all too likely with the way that 100 Thieves have been playing. I was hoping that the halftime was gonna give them that reset on the tilt that you were mentioning, but again, it seems like they're trying to lurk out a little bit too much, and the way that Fnatic is reading 100 Thieves on Bind, it just doesn't seem likely that that lurk is going to go unpunished, as we do see Dirk again holding short, trying to get that kill, has to teleport away to, leave his position to be a mystery. We're getting that Sky Flash again down B long that we saw 100 Thieves do, but again, that Flash doesn't have the same risk in terms of this Fnatic doing it, just because they don't have the sort of read that Fnatic was doing in order to capitalize on it.
I mean, what's you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready, bro.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
You want me to get going?
Yeah, go for it, go for it. It's action.
Well, immediately 100 Thieves gets the double kill to finish out the that round. And again, we're finally getting to see that consecutive round wins that I've been mentioning, Kremer.
Consecutive for how long, though, Darius? Do you believe?
Well, yeah.
Do you believe?
At this point, like, they have no choice but to be consecutive, being 4-12 match point. But this is something that we've been trying to see from 100 Thieves for the entire game, and better late than never, so to speak. Hopefully, they can just get this as as we do see a timeout from Fnatic. They're trying to stop that sort of consecutive round win before it becomes too much of a hassle for them. But again, does it seem a little bit of too little, too late for you, Kremer?
At least if they can get a few rounds, they're able to save some face, and they're able to go onto Ascent with a little bit of confidence. But you didn't answer me, Darius. Do you believe in the comeback?
No.
No. That's all right. Fair enough.
Now, if it was like a 9-3, we all know that curse. That's something else. Yeah. But at this point, it's already match point. This timeout for Fnatic doesn't seem to be sort of a panic timeout, so to speak. It's more of like a hey guys, just one more kind of hoorah. And so I just want to make sure that they finally have the ability to close out the situation. But again, I don't think it should be too difficult. I honestly do not see 100 Thieves coming back from this.
I think they probably get this round. I think Fnatic's money is definitely in trouble right now. But I think afterwards, once they have the full buy, I think Fnatic have... Bearing in mind, Boast is an extremely competent IGL. I imagine they've probably figured out a strat, which they just haven't run yet, and they're not going to run it on the eco either. They're just going to sit on their laurels, wait and see what 100 Thieves do, and see if 100 Thieves potentially overplay their hand here.
Yeah, unfortunately, though, it is, however, a game of odds and chance, and with only, no rounds of kind of forgiveness being match point already, everything has to go their way for 9 rounds straight, and I just don't see that happening. As 100 Thieves takes their own timeout, what do you think that 100 Thieves coach is starting to tell their players?
Interesting for me. I think for Fnatic, something they need to change is I want to see it be a little bit more aggressive. I think once they start taking there's coach's silence, the confidence. I was not expecting that at all.
I mean,
usually coaches.
I have to.
They use every second.
I have to expect that. I mean, the way that Fnatic's been picking apart 100 Thieves early game, and even a little bit this half, I'm not surprised, especially had they had their own sort of dominance and their own timeout as well. There's not really room or really anything that he needs to say, in my opinion.
Yeah. Serious confidence, actually. Mystics went away from the Seekers, Durka went away from the Tour de Force, Enzo went away from the Viper's Pits. Orb control is everything right now, and you see Asuna's positioning. They know that Fnatic are going to try and push into this. The Trailblazer does get quite a bit of info, but it may not necessarily stop Fnatic's push. Durka attempting to do the same here. Will, this 1v1's everything.
Yeah, and Will is able to actually win that 1v1, denying Dirk actually of the ult, but he does get traded out by the Viper. As Enzo is starting to get his own sort of momentum going, do you think he does his ult with the 5 health remaining? I don't think it's a bad idea, but he does get killed before he's able to make that decision. Stellar getting that kill. Really, denying Fnatic elbow room, literally elbow room, as they get the plant down. Actually gets denied because of the great Raze grenade by that, actually. They do get the replant down, however, and it is a 3v3 going in 30 seconds left.
Look at the positioning of Fnatic as well.
Yeah, and we actually do get a kill from it. Derek being on the high ground from the tube, being able to kill off air. We're starting to get the Seekers out, and it does pay off as Asuna is able to get the kill on Boaster in Hookah. It is now a 3v1 for 100 Thieves, and again, it's that momentum that we've been talking about. How long can it last? But as long as it's lasting, it's doing really good for 100 Thieves as we finally get that last trade. Mystics able to kill Stellar in a bit of a I'm out whack-a-mole type peak, but Asuna is able to finish it out on Mystic, and it's another round win for 100 Thieves. Again, that's 3 in a row if I'm not mistaken, and we just need to really see how much could this go. How far can 100 Thieves save face or even potentially push it to overtime? Like I said, I don't really believe yet, but you never know, Kremer.
3 rounds on the bounce. This is, however, around where Fnatic killed 3 players, they forced out the Seekers, and I believe they also forced out some pretty much all the utility that 100 Thieves had. So heavy reinvestments on all of them.
Yeah.
Luckily, they can still keep their weapons. We're going to see the Viper Spit get deployed from Fnatic, from Enzo, and with Shower's control now just ruled out, the Nightfall, yes, it's good, but it's a one-dimensional attack right now.
And we're seeing Will able to kill Alfair with that ultimate. We've talked before about how the ultimate's not been really fruitful for 100 Thieves, but at least we're able to get one. Ult comes out with a really beautiful lineup from, I'm sorry, I think Bang, in order to kind of push away that defuse, but not defuse, the plant, but the plant is able to go down. We're going to see a little bit of a confrontation happen in Showers. Enzo really hiding in that smoke, and I can't really tell who it is, but someone is going to contest that. We're going to see how that goes. As the Orbital Strike does come down from Bang, is able to get Mystic, and Enzo's able to kill out Will, but Austin is able to trade out Enzo. We get Boaster able to take out the Sky, and now it's a 2v3, 3 on the side of Fnatic as it gets turned into 3v1, and we're seeing Derek with the last stand, and it doesn't seem like it's going to be much. In 2-hour expectations, Fnatic's able to take this 5-13, Kremer.
Hell of a map from Fnatic there, and that is a statement to make as you go into your first series dominating like that. Darius, this is no longer a team trying to get out of the group. This is a team hungry for that spot in playoffs, and a team that is going to strike fears into the other teams currently waiting for them in that first round bracket.
Yeah, and the fear really just comes from the knowledge, you know. It's the same fear as Batman, just always looking and watching and learning, you know. You're just scared about what does Fnatic have on you and how are they going to be able to manipulate your play and use it to their advantage. And that's something that Fnatic did insanely well against 100 Thieves. Not just the reactions that you were talking about, but the reads, the adjustments, the adaptability that they had in order to maybe kind of fix something that didn't go to plan, but that original plan was just so stellar, you know. And so, yeah, that's something that every team's got to look out for from Fnatic going forward.
You're absolutely right. Remember, Fnatic, I am the knight, Boaster says as he leads his team to a victory.
Yeah.
There you go. Good shit, Darius.
Thank you. That felt really good.